Hello there. Just waiting to get in game for day 2, or match 2, sorry, of the Metanoia Charity Cup 2019. We have Metanoia Charity Cup going on for the rest of the week, so be sure to tune in for the rest of the days. But for those of you who are with me at the moment, we have some interesting game ahead of us, I hope, with Ladon.CSGO.Academy versus REACCE GTV. Now, I've seen REACCE GTV in action before, so I have a bit of an idea of what to expect. But as for Ladon.CSGO.Academy, I can't recall seeing them ever, so that is going to be something new to watch. We're just waiting for the teams to finish their warm-up, get all their stuff together, and get into the knife round. But until then, you're stuck with me. I'm Patchy, and I'm going to be your host for tonight. I'm also streaming to YouTube, which is a thing that's new. Oh, cool! I can actually see the I could see the YouTube chat. I'm used to casting on Twitch, so forgive me if I'm a bit noob with this YouTube thing. But welcome to everyone who's watching at the moment. And while I'm here and we're waiting for warm-up to continue, I'll do a little bit of plugging for Metanoia and myself. If you're not following Metanoia, go check out their website, Metanoia.Esports.co.za. Check out all their links, Discord, YouTube, etc. Be sure to follow and subscribe. And you can do so for me as well if you care to do so. If you like that kind of thing, if you like CSGO gameplay, if you like CSGO casting, I do that as much as possible. You can go follow me over at twitch.tv/PatchworkFennec, where I do most of that stuff, and also on Twitter at PatchworkFennec. I know it's a bit of a weird thing to spell, but it's not really, if you're a man of culture like myself. I'm just kidding. Okay, we're still waiting for the two teams to get stuff going, so I'll just chill here for a little bit more. You're stuck with me and my wonderful voice. Who is jamming? That would be Ladon.CSGO.Academy and REACCE GTV. As I said earlier, I have seen REACCE GTV in action before. I cannot remember if they won the game that I cast or not, but I think they did alright. So hopefully we can expect an interesting game. As far as picks are concerned lately, I've usually seen either Mirage or Inferno, sometimes Overpass. It's always my hope that we see a Mirage or an Inferno. Those are my two favorite maps. Dust 2 I can also get behind. Those are my top 3 favorite maps of all time. So if we see that, I will be happy. If we see Vertigo, I'm going to cry, because I dislike that map with great fervor. But I really am kind of predicting an Inferno or something along those lines. And since I get to watch these two teams playing soccer, I will allow you to watch these two teams playing soccer as well. Oh no, they're going to the knife round now. Alright, so it looks like there's no auto cam here either, which is fine, because then I'll just do the camera myself. So unfortunately, if we miss any of the really cool shots or stuff like that, I apologize. I am manually controlling the camera myself, so we will just have to bear with me. For now, though, we are having the knife round to decide who picks what and starts where, as per usual. So CT's definitely won that one. And they're going to be choosing where they want to go and what they want to do. I'm assuming they pick their maps now, unless they... Yeah, there it is. So they've banned Vertigo, thank the Lord, because I dislike that map. It's yucky to play, it's yucky to cast. I don't want to have anything to do with that map. They banned Train as well, and Overpass is the pick. Mirage comes in as well. I'm assuming this is a best of 3 in that case. Dust 2 gets banned. That's unfortunate. I would have liked that as a third map. That's always a nice decider map. Nuke also gets banned, which means we're left with Inferno and Cash, if Cash is allowed in the rotation. I'm not 100% sure. Inferno, yeah. So it looks like best of 3. First map will be Overpass. Second will be Mirage, and the decider will be Inferno if it goes to a third map. Hopefully it does go to 3 maps. I always like that. 3 maps is quite a nice thing, because that really brings out the best in your CSGO team, because that is the... I don't know what it does to like people's mentality, but it really like boosts it. People try their best, you know, they're like, it's do or die time. Let's put our best in. So I love it when it goes to 3 maps, but let's see how it turns out. So here we are, Overpass. We're busy loading in. And from what I want to see out of this map, I am hoping to see some patient plays from both sides. It can be pretty devastating if you make a choice and decide to commit to something that's maybe been stacked. This map can be quite punishing as well. Shotguns can go crazy on this map as well, so save rounds are also pretty crazy when it comes to Overpass. If your team just pulls out a whole bunch of shotguns, you can wreak absolute havoc. And, yeah, so I'm curious to see how these 2 teams decide to approach this map. I'm quite curious that it's the first map chosen. I would have preferred something like Mirage or Inferno, but I guess that's also a bit of a risk, considering most teams know those maps pretty well. I can say myself, I'm currently participating in a tournament myself with a little bit of a throw together team. And I played Inferno for two matches, and the enemy team was quite well prepared, I must say. We got a bit crushed. So I can see maybe why you would not want to pick those maps first. But at least we have a nice Mirage second map, which we will definitely be seeing today, which is always nice. And we're just waiting for the last few... Oh, actually, I need to ready up as well. I dislike this mechanic greatly. There we go. And we will be starting. I'm quite excited for this. Let's been a while since I cast my last game, so I'm pretty excited to get this underway. And here we go. REACCE on the CT side and Ladon.Academy on the T side. Let's see what these two teams can bring to the table, and let's see what happens. So immediately I can see one kit on the side of the CTs. El Capitan picking that up for his team. That can be a pretty crucial one if the Ts do manage to crack open a site and get in. That defuse kit can be quite key. Terrorists, though, they decide to push out of lowers, and they get absolutely destroyed. CT's quite easily holding that one. Terrorists in a huge pickle at the moment, 2 versus 5, and there's nothing they can do because the CTs already know exactly where they are. And that's basically round over. That's round 1 CTs, unless this Loverboy Murphy can pull something out quite quickly. He's about to lose the round. Does manage to take down 1. 2 actually with a beautiful headshot. Can he get a 3rd? Nope. That's going to be it. Did a lot of damage there, almost taking down El Capitan. That could have been devastating if they didn't pick up that. If they had taken down El Capitan and not picked up the defuse kit, that could have been pretty harsh on their economy. But CT is going to easily pick that round up, and scores 1-0. Now, usually what happens here is the team who wins pistol round can usually take the second round as well, and if they play well enough, they can take round 3. So I'm expecting this to go the way of the CTs again, considering they picked up these SMGs and the FAMAS here. Terrorists, though, they are playing this one with a little bit of strategy, not willing to just give it up, and I like that approach. We've got Salty Beast here, just holding the long angle, but no CTs getting aggressive. I have to switch that off because that is not a thing that we need. There we go. Sorry about that. That happens. Ferris does manage to take down Logic. Spybotica is able to pick himself up an SMG, and that's pretty good for the terrorists, actually. They managed to take down 2 CTs, and that's free weapons. Now we have Lion pushing up here, but they're so ready for it, but he takes a headshot. Beautiful stuff. But he does eventually get traded out. It's a 2v3, and that's not a position that the CTs wants to be in right now. They started this round with a SMG buy, and now they are in the deficit in terms of manpower. Red does hear the bomb go down on B site. Just playing slowly at the moment, not willing to give his position away just yet. Did the terrorists know that he could be here? Doesn't look like it. He's going to catch Loverboy out. Beautiful stuff from Red. Does take down a second one as well. Starts the bomb defuse. So aware that this person could be on short. Does spot him out, take him down. That's a beautiful round. Even though the CTs lost a whole bunch of weapons, they still managed to win in the end. Very good stuff from Red. He's basically single-handedly won that for the CTs. Some good awareness from him. That is round 2 going for REACCE. Good stuff. Now, terrorists can buy up here, and they're going to grab some AKs and a whole lot of utility. And so now the CTs need to play quite a lot more smart if they want to win this. Full armor and full kit on the CT side, and full armor on the T side as well. So pretty much now it comes down to which strategies work the best. We are currently in a timeout called by the CTs. Maybe doing some strategizing. Not so happy about losing those guns in the second round. And I think that is a smart call to make. I think even if you're in a good position, even if you're winning, calling a timeout can be pretty beneficial. Especially if the other team is gaining a little bit of ground, you can maybe break some of their momentum with that timeout and maybe just counter-strat a little bit of what they've been doing. You don't want to rely too much on one single player to do all the heavy work. We did see Red doing quite a lot in that second round. Looks like we do have a DC as well. Could just be a bit of computer issues. Not sure why they would have called a timeout on that one. Should have called a technical pause, I think. Not 100% sure though how this particular map works, but this should be reverted if I'm not mistaken. Okay, we have a basic setup, good utility usage in the beginning of the round from the CTs. Terrorists playing this one slow, as they should. They have these AKs, so they can take longer range fights now. Salty Beast is going to find one. That's a good stuff from him. Lion getting caught out there with a bit of an aggressive push. I don't think that was too necessary, but he may have been going for some information there. Bit of a fight happening on long. Ferris does eventually get taken down by the two in bathroom. That's going to mean the T's take full control of this mid area here, and that's going to leave the CTs in a 2v4. Not a very good situation considering they're both stuck here towards the B site. That is a free plant for the terrorists, and I think this is going to go the way of Ladon.Academy. Yeah, terrorists know exactly where these two CTs are going to be coming from, and they're quite happy to just post up, play safe. No reason to push here. They've got the AKs, and this should be the first round on the board for Ladon.Academy. Red might be going for some exit frags here. So, looks like Freddy is as well, but he's actually going to get caught out. Spybotica. Very good stuff from him. That's some good game awareness. Knows that these two CTs are definitely towards the B side. Knows that they could be looking for exit frags. And, yeah, that's going to be pretty heavy on the CT economy now, considering they lost all of those guns, all of that armor. Definitely not what you want to see. Score is 2-1 in favor of REACCE, but now REACCE has lost a little bit of their momentum, shut down by some very good plays from Ladon.Academy. Logic decides to pick himself up an AWP. I'm quite curious to see what he does with this, considering this map can be kind of difficult to play long range. Some of the best picks you can get maybe A long or from B into heaven. Those are usually the two big places I can think of off the top of my head in terms of picking with the AWP. So let's see how Logic makes this one work. Currently we're just waiting for Freddy to reconnect. And once everything's back to normal, we should get underway. I'm supposing that the CTs are going to save this one. I definitely would not suggest a forced buy, and it looks like they're going to be saving. I think a forced buy here would be a bit too risky, considering you know that your team has, you know that the enemy team has full AKs, and there's no reason to risk losing full weapons against that. So it is just going to be a couple of pistols picked up for the CTs here. A couple of 5.7s, a deagle. And I think this is a good play. If they can get a couple of picks with these pistols, it might make it all worth it. And if they can win the round, well then, I mean, that's just 100% worth. And it's not impossible. I've definitely seen some crazy save rounds before from teams like REACCE. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that we might see a little bit of a save round clutch from them. But I don't know, in my opinion, I think these AKs are more than enough to do the work. Looks like the CTs are going to take a rush mid, which is unfortunate considering the terrorists decided to rush B, using their full utility to gain control. Actually, they decided to hold up a bit, and that's going to mean Murphy gets a beautiful double in lowers here. And yeah, that should just pretty much be free. Ooh, Logic actually misses the shot, and that was a crucial shot to hit in taking control of B site. That's going to mean the AWP goes down, and that's going to give REACCE far more than they should have been getting in that round. Freddy has the AWP here. I mean, Lion has the AWP, Freddy has AK. Lion getting one kill, but eventually they both get traded. That was way too close. Way, way, way too close. Ladon.Academy could have lost that. And it was only because of that last trade that didn't come through for REACCE that Ladon was able to win that one. Some big misses, actually, from Logic there with the AWP. I really hope those misses don't come out again, because those shots need to connect if you want to fully solidify your win on this map. You can't be missing shots like that. Terrorist is going to make a quick run through connector here, and that's going to mean that they get 2 kills, but it's traded for 2 kills in return, leaving both teams in a 3v3. Terrorists looking towards bathrooms and A, whilst all the rest of the CTs are towards B. They have picked themselves up an AK, but the rest of them still on pistols. Red has rotated here, but all he has is a deagle, and they have smoked him off. This should be a free plant for the terrorists unless Red pulls out another crazy play for his team. They have picked themselves up another AK-47 as well. And Red is going to be given 1. Meanwhile, Lion goes down middle. CT's in a bit of a dire position here. I would try and save if I was Red, just keep the AK, maybe use it next round. But looks like he might be checking for exit frags once again. Let's see if he gets caught out or not. If he can catch out 1 or 2 players here and then retreat, it will definitely be worth it. He was deciding to just save it, and I think that's a good call. No reason to sacrifice that AK. I think it's definitely worth it to just save that gun. Quite a powerful gun. And that's going to be 2-3 in favor of Ladon.Academy. So that's actually a pretty good turnaround considering the way everything started out. REACCE getting the first 2 rounds and then losing the next 3. And now it's up to them to try and bring this back. It is a best of 3 though, so if they lose this, everything is not lost. But it looks like REACCE is going for the double AWP setup here, actually. Let's see if they can make that work. There is potential to use it here. Maybe 1 AWP in heaven, 1 AWP on long. But actually, no one's going to post up on long. It's going to be 3 CTs towards B here. Kind of precognition for the B take. And that precognition is pretty accurate. Most of the terrorists are here. Spybotica is going to pick up Red. That's actually a big kill for Ladon.Academy. Red has been such a player so far. That's definitely not a player you want to lose early. Terrorists doing an execute here. Pushing short, some pushing monster. Immediate response with the utility. Now it's up to who gets those picks. Bomb starts to go down. But the smoke wall making it very difficult for Spybotica, but he does pick 1 up. Spots another, but gets taken out immediately. And now all the terrorists have to do is wait. Time is on their side as the bomb is ticking down. Grenade though, that's a Kobe from Freddy. Lion smoking off the bomb. These 2 terrorists have to do some sort of spam through that smoke, otherwise they're not going to make it. There's a boost comes in, but they defused the bomb. And now they have to run away, save those AKs. That was some good stuff from REACCE. Definitely a good retake. Patience, getting the trades, getting the defuse, using their utility brilliantly to take back the round, and that's going to even it up 3-3. We still have the double AWP set up for REACCE. El Capitan on his MP9. And now the terrorists decide to take some mid control here. Loverboy Murphy is going to take the first one. And that's going to give terrorists a little bit of control here. They can decide to go through connector, they can decide to go through bathrooms. Putrid's going to take down El Capitan. That's also a big one. I do recall that Capitan has been pretty good in the past. So that's certainly not someone you want to lose either. Lion flanking behind, but he's certainly taking his time. That's going to mean that terrorists can just set up nice and comfortably here in bathrooms. Maybe wait for a couple of mistakes from REACCE. They have a minute on the clock, so they do have a little bit of time to play with. And here comes the execute. Utility going in. find a completely open site. Spam on long though. Gonna take down one, but instantly gets traded out. And Logic. Beautiful. Beautiful AWPing. Now it's up to Freddy to either save this AWP, which I think is the best call, or maybe get a pick, and he does. It's unfortunate, but sometimes you have to make those calls, you know. It might seem tantalizing to maybe get a couple of picks, try to retake it, but it really isn't worth it. The AWP, very expensive gun, and when your economy is in this kind of position that the CT's economy is in at the moment, you do not want to be wasting a single dollar. So that's going to be the save, and another round going the way of Ladon.CSGO.Academy. Good stuff so far from them. I like the fact that they don't push too hard, they don't try their luck. They have patience, they play with their time, they know they have time to just play a bit slowly, catch some players out, and use that to the advantage. Very good stuff from Ladon.CSGO.Academy. Now, they are going to have the AWP, but they decide to only buy pistols around it. This is quite interesting. I would have maybe called for a bit of a force around the AWP, but the CTs, they are rushing connector into lowers, and they're going to be met by quite a strong force. Svibotica and Co. just around the corner. Let's see who gets the first peek. Putrid's going to take down El Capitan. The Deagle's going to be doing a little bit of work, but ultimately AK's going to prove superior there. And that's going to mean that Freddy, once again, in a position where he's going to have to make something work, or he has to save. And that's quite unfortunate. I don't know why CTs would have rushed connector there. Not the most ideal place to hold with a Deagle or a 5.7. I would have tried to take maybe a couple of longer picks, maybe played it a bit more passively and tried to catch some terrorists out. But it is what it is, and that's going to mean that Freddy, once again, in a position where just has to save that AWP. And for those of you who are feeling kind of sucky about this save, it is definitely the position. You don't want to be saving like this, but sometimes you just have to do it. And a lot of people will get the feeling of, oh, maybe I can just get a kill or two and eventually end up dying. Sometimes it really is just worth it to save the gun, even though it feels like you're doing nothing, feels like you're not contributing. It is worth it in the end, because now REACCE is going to be able to buy some proper weapons, and now they have a free AWP. So in the end it does work out. It does do a little bit more for their economy. Sometimes saving is really just worth it. Especially if you're on the CT side and you get the money bonus for saving. Unlike on the T side where you do not get that bonus for surviving. We see Freddy posting up here on mid. Does spot out one out, but doesn't get the flick. That's going to mean he has to fall back here. And they're going to give up some control to the terrorists. Beautiful stuff from Ferris. Going to get one and retreat. That's going to give the CTs a bit more time to play with. You see the terrorists posted up here on long. Logic going to take out one. Freddy actually, and that's the AWP. Let's see if Red decides to pick up the AWP. We have one CT flanking from behind. Lion might just catch a couple of terrorists out. Actually decides against it. That would have been such a devastating flank if Lion had stuck with that. He would have definitely caught some terrorists out, but decides not to do so. Maybe his team calls for him just not to get so aggressive unnecessarily. But it looks like the terrorists are a bit indecisive where to go. They decide to push through connector instead of continuing towards A. And that might be to their benefit, considering only one CT is posted up here. And actually, that's going to be, his team's going to recall him. El Capitan, indecisive of where to go, but now they do hear the footsteps towards B. They know where it's going to be. Let's see how quickly the terrorists can take this. Ladon AC. Future goes down. Oof, beautiful stuff. Trades going back and forth. It's a 2v1. Murphy spots one out, but gets taken down. And yeah, in the end, it looks like the CTs, they're going to take that one for themselves. Scoreline 4-5, still in favor of Ladon.CSGO.Academy, but now the CTs have a bit of momentum, and they can keep this going. And as you can see, Freddy, the one who saved the AWP those last 2 rounds, his economy in a great spot. And that's just thanks to the saving. So, definitely something to be said about that. Faris, though, very aggressive there, decides to eventually fall back. That is a very, very aggressive spot, and he's actually going to get tagged down to 51. Not a great position to be in. Didn't get the picks that he maybe wanted to get there. That means they're going to have to play a whole lot more passive here. Terrorists playing it slow, trying to get some ground here. Some utility comes in. Spybotica pushes through the smoke, but a boost actually going to catch Putrid out. But it looks like some fighting on long is going to be pretty crucial here. Logic pushing up pretty aggressively with his AK. Does get spotted out though. Oof. CT's losing that fight. Everything's up to red now, 1v3, and now he has to make something work here. Takes down one, but they know exactly where he is. They know which side he could be coming from. If he makes some noise, which he's been trying to do, maybe he can fool them that he's coming from bank. Let's see if it did fool them. Peeking slowly. Spots one out on sight. He knows where both of them are now. He's heard the footsteps. He knows one's long. He knows one's bathroom. Now all he needs to do... Oh, they know exactly where he is now, and he has to make something work. He peeks long, but he peeks it too tightly, and that's going to be round 6 for Ladon.Academy. Good stuff. Terrorists playing this nice and slowly making good, calculated decisions, not rushing into anything unnecessarily, not committing or over-committing, sorry, should I say. Definitely some good stuff coming out from Ladon.Academy. And REACCE saving with the pistols, rushing mid. Let's see if they can make this work. If they can get a few picks here, it will be worth it. But they are in a bit of a dire strait now. They need some momentum if they want to get this round, these rounds back under control. Lion slowly pushing in from T spawn. Let's see if he catches anyone off guard, actually. Yes, he does. But the patience might pay off here if he can find more than one. Getting closer and closer. Are they aware that somebody could be behind here? Lion still playing the patience game. Meanwhile, Freddy goes down. Another one goes down, and now he starts to spam. Here come the dualies. Can he make it work? He gets one, and it's not going to be enough. That's going to be 7th round in favor of Ladon.Academy. And as save rounds go, I've seen better, I've seen worse. Honestly, with the dualies, you can never really tell if you're going to get the kill or not, so at least there is one kill that goes through for REACCE. But now they're going to have a little bit of a haphazard buy. No, actually, the AWP comes out. It's just El Capitan with the SMG, as usual. He's taking quick control of this connector area here. Rushing through. Taking quick control. Pushing through towards bathrooms. And there's a little bit of information for the CTs to work with here. They know that the terrorists have taken control of connector. So let's see. Actually, the spam through the boards might catch someone out, but spam not connecting with anyone just yet. CTs, though, they're playing this one quite smart. They're not over-rotating just yet. Still got 3 people towards this B site here. Let's see if they catch anyone out. The bomb is towards middle, though. This could be a little bit of a fake, actually, from the terrorists. Might want to try out a couple of different strategies here. Spybotica making a bit of a plop as he goes down into water, and they definitely heard that. Some counter utility comes out immediately from the CTs to stop this push. Let's see if this fools the CTs. Let's see if REACCE sends the rest of their guys towards B. Because that is pretty much what Ladon is wanting here, from the looks of things. Loverboy Murphy has got the bomb and is probing towards bathrooms here. And the fights start on B. Spybotica is going to go down immediately. Traded out. Lion goes down as well. Putrid trying to take out the peak, but doesn't manage to connect. And the T's are going to have to rotate quickly. They're running out of time. They have to get that bomb down. 5 seconds left. The bomb has to go down now or it's over. And they know that's it. Logic has to save this AWP here. Has to make sure he doesn't die. Doesn't meet any resistance. And I did say earlier how I liked the slow, calculated plays from the terrorists, but there is a thin line between being slow and calculated and wasting time. And unfortunately, it seemed that they tried some sort of a fake strategy or something, but it didn't really work out for them. The bomb was always towards banana, but they just didn't commit to the fake, and then it ended up going south for them as some of their players went down on B. As we go into this round, terrorists taking quick control of connector again, but Spybotic are going to go down immediately. That's going to mean that the terrorists have to consider what they want to do here. Paris going to pick himself up an AK. Now the terrorists are kind of stuck here. 2 towards connector, 2 towards fountains. They have to decide what they want to do. It's a 4v4. Terrorists do have superior firepower. Lion only with a pistol at the moment. There's a CT flanking. Lion with his pistol coming from behind. Maybe he can catch someone out. He did hear an AK reload. He knows there's got to be someone here. They do have that information. Very slowly checking these corners. If he keeps going, he might just catch them out. Doesn't spot anyone. Decides to go long instead. No. Going towards party here. Is he going to spot them out? He does one. Doesn't make the play though. Now he's going to get aggressive. He knows they're having to rush now. He's behind them, but he needs to get there in time. Beast knows there could be someone behind, but he's already in bathrooms. Let's see if he catches anyone out. Murphy boy, 2 HP. Doesn't know there's someone behind him until Putrid calls it out. And eventually Lion's going to get taken down. Once again, Red left in that 1v3, and he's sitting in this position again. Let's see if he can make it work. Loverboy is very low. If he just gets one shot, there it is. That's one. He needs to get 2 more if he wants to take this down. Checks long. Nothing there. Checks bathrooms. Now he's pushing long. Let's see if Logic is ready for this. He is. Peeks wide. And that's going to be round 8 for Ladon.Academy. We are 14 rounds into the game. Score is 5-8 in favor of Ladon.Academy. Ladon.Academy showing some really good patience, really good strategies on this T side here. Some really good stuff from them so far. But the question is, can they keep it up after the round switch? Do they have prepared strategies for the CT side? Setting up towards B here, quickly. Bomb is here as well, so they're definitely wanting to commit towards B, but actually the CTs have just decided to bum rush. They're all here towards the T-spawn, and they must have been heard, because the terrorists are already on B, taking that full control, and this is going to be a retake for the CTs. And I think they kind of knew that was what's going to happen. Terrorists in a great position here with these AKs. This is going to be an easy cleanup for Ladon.Academy, all going well. Dualies do not work this time, and that's going to leave Freddy in a basically unwinnable situation. And there he goes. So that's going to be round 9 for Ladon.Academy, sorry. And this is the last round of the first half of the game. Let's see if the CTs can bring 1 back. If they can even the score to, well, not even the score, but if they can get the score to 6 and 9, then it should be pretty good. I always say if you're in the losing team right now in a game like CS, and you can get 6 rounds in against 9 rounds, you're in a pretty good position for the next half. Some maps do have a bit of bias towards one team or another, so REACCE not down and out just yet. They can definitely bring this back. It is definitely winnable, but their T side is going to have to be very, very strong. And the first step towards retaking this map is going to have to be this round right here, this last round of the half. If REACCE can take this last round, they will have a good foot in the door to take the next half of this map. It is a best of 3 though, so losing this map is not the worst thing that could happen. Spybotica going to catch out Ferris as he tries to jump around on site. Loverboy Murphy going to win the long range trade with the AK. Freddy left alone on site. His teammates are rotating though. Terrorists playing this on slow again, using the utility, using the patience, not rushing unnecessarily. Let's see. Freddy takes down one, doesn't get the second though. Salty Beast can't manage to get the frag. Spots out Lion though, gets taken down, but the trade comes out, and that's going to be the 10th round in the pocket of Ladon Academy. It's a great half from both of these teams, but Ladon Academy definitely showing that they are strong on this T side. Definitely a strong point for them. Let's see if they can keep it up on the CT side. And conversely, let's see if REACCE has any tricks up their own sleeve for the T side here. And we begin in much the same fashion as we saw in the beginning of this map. One defuse kit on Salty Beast for the CTs, and the Ts. Ooh, actually, El Capitan gonna get picked off immediately by Putrid with that. Ooh, beautiful headshots coming out here from Ladon AC. And that's really, really, really what you want to see on the CT side. Those silenced USPs gonna be so deadly here. Just tapping away at those heads can be the easiest way to win any pistol round. Such a strong pistol against those terrorist water pistols. Freddy did give himself away with that reload, but actually just missed by logic. Didn't see him come there. Freddy K gonna take down one. Can he get a second? Grabs the bomb, and now he has a minute to play with. He could rotate to A if he wanted to here. There is logic boosted here, but did he spot the head? Freddy did slip into that corner, but logic would have definitely seen the rotate, and so they know that Freddy has to be here somewhere. They know he definitely didn't rotate because logic would have seen it. And so this little bait that Freddy's trying to pull here is not working out. Logic spots the edge of the gun. He knows Freddy is here. They haven't rotated yet, and that's going to be a failed bait from Freddy. He's going to get caught out. That's going to be round 11 for Ladon Academy. Really good stuff. I actually really like that boost there. That's a very, very good information boost. Even if you don't, give yourself away with shots or take someone down, that's a very, very good information boost. He knew that Freddy had to be there. There was no ways he rotated out because they knew exactly where his position was and they didn't see him leave. So that was really good stuff from Ladon Academy once again. We see a whole bunch of deagles come out for REACCE on the T side. Let's see if they can make it work. They're going to have to take some very decisive battles with these deagles if they want to win this against a whole load of MP9s. Just a lot of MP9s. Every single CT got their hands on an MP9, which means they're going to want to take some pretty close firefights. Terrorists getting ready to do a little bit of utility usage, and by a little bit I mean that one flash that they had for their entire team. That's going to get them into long, but now they have to take those decisive battles I was talking about. And that is not what happens at all. Salty Beast going to take down two. Eventually gets traded out, but it's just not going to be enough. And I like the thought process that went into that map, into that round, sorry. Definitely a good thought process. If you have those deagles, you want to take those long-range fights, you want to take decisive fights, maybe trade, get some headshots. That's the only way I can foresee winning a round like that, but it doesn't work out, which is really unfortunate. But Ladon Academy really just on point here with these strategies, and on point with their buys, on point with the fights they take. So far, so good for them. Double molly coming out, which I think was a bit of a mistake, but terrorists now in a bit of a spot, taking a fight on short that they just cannot win with these pistols. Gonna get taken down by the molly, and that's gonna leave red again alone to die. 13 rounds in favor of Ladon Academy, and honestly we've just seen some pretty solid Counter-Strike on this map from Ladon Academy, and I can actually see they have definitely put some thought into this map. And I think maybe if you're a CSGO team looking to learn a map, this is one of them. Some teams maybe not so practiced on it, maybe don't have that much. A little bit of damage coming onto Spybotica as he takes some fall damage. There is a way to not take full damage if you're jumping down there, but he missed the jump. So he's going to take 2 points of damage. Other than that, though, pretty standard setup from Ladon.Academy here. To be to mid 1 long. The terrorists are playing this one slowly. And like I said, I do like the slow, calculated plays. But the question is, can they make it work? They have to make this work. If Ladon.Academy don't give them anything, it's going to be very difficult for the terrorists to crack this open. So far, no contact. But we see here Capitan lining up a bit of utility to go towards A. In the meantime, though, Freddy going to take out Loverboy, and that's going to be this has to come in now. This execute has to come in now because the CTs know where they are. Terrorists' position are given away. The utility is going to come out. I wonder if they're just going to decide to put the bomb down right here. They could do it. Ooh, spam comes through the boxes. Double spam through the boxes. Beautiful stuff. The knife in the back from Sphincter. Spybotica, sorry. Spybotica. And counter-terrorists ultimately going to win that one. Another set of great stuff from Ladon.Academy coming out. Really good stuff. They kind of sniffed out that strategy. Terrorists playing patiently, but maybe taking their time in one or two areas, not winning the fights that they needed to win, and that spam coming through the box from Ladon, beautiful stuff, taking down the bomb planter through the box, and then of course that knife backstab in bathrooms, just kind of sealing the fate of the terrorists here. And I don't know, I kind of feel like REACCE is not too sure what they want to do here, what's going to work out. Everything that they have done so far has been met with heavy, heavy defense. Just a huge brick wall that is Ladon AC on this map so far. And let's see if they can just do anything to crack this defense open. Here comes the execute. Terrorists pushing through Monster. Red definitely spotting that head out, and that's going to be pop goes Putrid. And that's going to be exactly the decisive play that the terrorists needed if they want to get back in this map, if they want to start the momentum building up again. Beautiful molly towards heaven, that's going to stop them from pushing out. Actually though, Logic going to take a beautiful pick there onto Freddy. It's still a 3v4 though, so the favor is still for terrorists, but Ladon AC, they have to play this one smart and have to get those picks. And Murphy starting it off brilliantly. Here comes the molly. This could be the end. Logic taking down one. The nade comes in. That's going to be a Kobe. It is. Faris left in a 1v1. Defuse comes in. He peeks. Faris wins it. And that almost looked like it was going to be the end for REACCE, but they managed to win it out eventually. And I mean, that is kind of inevitable. The terrorists did get a lot of picks there earlier on in the round, and I mean, if you are in a man advantage on CSGO and you just play for trades, that is basically a guaranteed win there. So good stuff from REACCE. That is definitely the move you want to make if you want to crack this map open again. They still have a long way to go though. It's 6-14 in favor of Ladon.Academy, so they've got a long track ahead of them if they want to bring this back. But it does start now. Ladon.Academy only with a couple of pistols and one MP9. Spybotica though gonna catch out Lion, and that's a free upgrade right there. Murphy gonna take down another, and this is just free upgrades across the board for Ladon.Academy. Not at all what you want if you're REACCE. Capitan gonna get taken out. Red gonna trade. That's a 1v3, and that's just not the situation you want to be in at all. The bomb is down in mid, and CTs know it. And honestly, I wouldn't even suggest saving here. I mean, this is a pretty meh gun to save. You can use it to some great proficiency, as we have seen on the previous round. It does tap heads if you use it well, but I mean, at this point, you've just given 2 free AKs over to Ladon AC, and I mean, with the performance that they showed on the T side, you do not want to be giving Ladon.Academy AKs right now. The upgrade does come through though. Red getting himself an AK and picking up the bomb. He's going to take the pre-fire, but he's just going to get destroyed through this hole. And that's a Kobe! I think this is like the third Kobe that we've had in the game on this map so far. I'm loving it. Keep bringing the Kobe's. I like it. I like it. It is devastating though for REACCE, but they do have another map to bring back this game if they are. I definitely don't foresee REACCE bringing it back now. 16-15. They're gonna have to pull some incredible things up out of their sleeves right now if they want to bring it back. And that's 2 T's going down already. Ladon.Academy. They don't want to play this slow. They don't want to play the long game. They're like, we're ending it, and we're ending it now. Trade's going back and forth, though. The bomb is down. They're going to have to retrieve that, and that's basically round over. 1 minute on the clock to go. The bomb is down, and they know where you are. There are 2 AWPs for the CTs, though, and that's not exactly the weapon that you want to be using against close-range SMGs, but they could make it work. We've definitely seen some good stuff from Ladon.Academy, so I definitely don't put it out of the realm of possibility. T's, they do get the bomb, so at least that is a start. And Trade gonna come out 2v2. Bomb is gonna go down on B. And REACCE, they don't want to finish this just yet. They want to keep going as best they can. Freddy taking down Loverboy. Logic in a 1v2. He can definitely do it though. It is possible. Here comes the utility. Molly goes down. But the flick doesn't come out. And actually 7-15. And like I said, if you want to get back into this map, you're going to have to start winning rounds like that. And you're going to have to start winning rounds like that consistently. So we're going to have to see that. But like 7 more times. If REACCE want a chance in this map. I'm going to say it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. I just think it's very unlikely, especially against what Ladon.Academy have showed us that they are capable, so definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but like I said, very unlikely. Red going to take down 1. Spam going to take down 2, actually. Almost takes down his teammate there, but that's going to be a pretty decisive control of B site, and with these pistols, CT's not going to be able to do too much. REACCE, they have decided that they definitely want to fight for this map, and fight they are. Eventually Red's going to get taken down. Trade's going to come back and forth. Logic actually going to get taken down with a decisive headshot from El Capitan, who has been pretty proficient on these SMGs so far. But now Ladon.Academy, they can buy into this round, and that's going to make them dangerous. Are they going to, though? Actually, they decide to save this one. Buy up a whole bunch of pistols again. That's going to give REACCE another chance to close the gap between the 8 and 15 scoreline that they have going right now. And I think it's a bit of a calculated risk. I think Ladon.Academy, they say, look, we don't want to do a half buy. We don't want to take the risk of buying shoddy weapons. We want to save 1 more. We want to buy good weapons, and then we want to end this round. We want to end this map. Take point 1 for ourselves. So I think it's a pretty good strategic call that Ladon.Academy have made, but that is also going to give a little bit of a risk factor in terms of letting REACCE back into this map. Still a long way to go though, but REACCE have been winning some decisive rounds for the last 2 or 3 rounds. So maybe they're trying to just bring this scoreline back. They haven't given up just yet, which is good. I don't think you should ever give up, even if you're down 18 or 8-15. Sorry. El Capitan trying to get in there, close quarters with the SMG. 1 tick of fire damage is going to go down though, so they know he's there. Oof, Logic just going to push through the smoke, but he does get taken down immediately. But they have all the information. There's another Kobe. Ladon.Academy just on point today with these Kobe's. El Capitan can't get the second spray there. Does do enough though, and that's going to leave Murphy in a 1v3. Once again, going to have to hit some amazing headshots here. Just can't seem to land them now. Oh, beautiful. There's 1. Just needs to get 2 more. Can he do it though? Nope. That is a resounding no. But as I said, it was a tactical save from Ladon so that they can buy into this round. So I expect to see them buying fully here and looking to take this map. They are so close. They have 15 points. They need 1 more round to take this map. And REACCE, they just do not want to budge right now. They do not want to give it to them. Trying to be as resolute as possible. I think if we had seen this performance earlier on, maybe REACCE would be in a better position here. But right now, the best that they can do is fight as hard as possible for this overtime. Meanwhile, Ladon.CSGO.Academy playing this nice and slow, playing this nice and patient on site. They do not want to give any free picks away. They do not want to lose this unnecessarily. They want to end this game, and they want to end it now. And I think if they had any sort of a chance, it would be now to win this game. If you lose this round, you're giving REACCE an unnecessary advantage once again. So Ladon, they need to win this. If they don't, their economy is going to be horrid, and that is just not going to be in a good spot at all. Terrorists, though, they are clumped up towards long here, and the CTs, they do know it. They know that there's got to be at least 1 or 2 people here. Utility comes out. Salty Beast nice and up close here. Can he get one? Nope. It's going to get taken down immediately. The terrorists fighting and fighting and fighting for these points here. And that is just really, really devastating for Ladon right now. They needed to win this round. They could still do it. It's 2v4, but it's looking very, very difficult. There goes 1. But Freddy takes the trade. And down goes Putrid. 10 to 15. The scoreline far closer than I expected it to be about 5 minutes ago. And REACCE have decided that they are going to fight for this map point. They're not going to just give it away for free, as many teams would. And that shows quite a strong mental resolve here. CSGO is a very mental game. It's a lot... Not just about the gameplay, the aim, the strategies. It's also very much a mental game. And if you lose that game mentally, then you may as well have lost physically as well. And REACCE, they have not lost that mental game just yet. They have decided, screw you, we're going to fight. And fight they are. Because Ladon AC on another save round, as I said, their economy a bit dismal here. They have to do something crazy here if they want to take this round. And honestly, I'm going to say they don't. I'm going to make the guess that they do not do this. And they lose this round as well. Of course, that will mean that they will be able to buy up in the next round. But I don't know. They just seem to have lost quite a bit of momentum here. And REACCE taking full advantage of that. Just grabbing the momentum up with both hands. Not letting up at all. And that's going to be another round for REACCE. 11 to 15. And honestly, if you had told me in the beginning of this half that REACCE was going to even it up like this, I probably wouldn't have believed you, considering the performance that we saw from Ladon.CSGO.Academy. But REACCE have just turned it up a notch, or 2, or 3. And serious props to them for keeping that positive mental attitude and sticking it down. Sticking in the game. They could lose this at any moment, though. At any moment, Ladon AC could take the round and win this map. So REACCE have to be so careful, so precise with what they do from now on. 11 to 15. Ladon AC pretty much on a full buy here. They have a little bit of lacking in utility, but otherwise full guns, full armor, mostly all kits. REACCE, though, they're not sparing a single moment. They are making sure they execute fully. They cover all their bases. They do not want to lose this unnecessarily. Line here. First point of contact. He spots out 1, but gets taken down at the corner. And this is exactly the start that Ladon AC needed to get back into this, to win this last final round that they need. Murphy going to get taken down. Freddy, 1 versus 2. He has to win this round, otherwise it is map. Fake, fake. No, he sticks the plant. He hears the footsteps, though. Does get taken down eventually, and that's going to be final map. 11-16 in favor of Ladon AC, and map 1 for Ladon AC. That was that was pretty intense, I'm not gonna lie. I did not expect it to be so intense, and it's really unfortunate that REACCE had to lose it that way. They did so well in coming back 11-16, but it is what it is, and that's going to be map 1 in favor of Ladon AC. And that's going to mean we are moving to Mirage as well, which I'm pretty excited about. I like Mirage. Mirage is one of the better maps in Counter-Strike, in my humble opinion. You'll see that I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Counter-Strike maps, but for good reason. And that good reason is Dust 2, Mirage, and Inferno are 3 maps based on a very similar principle, a very similar base core idea. And you can actually see it in the graphic in front of us, the map graphic that we're watching on this loading screen. You can see that there's a very structured way that these maps are laid out. They are, in theory, 3 lanes. You have the mid, and then you have the lane going from one spawn to A and one spawn to B. So there are theoretically 3 lanes, and obviously slightly different ways to get to each of those lanes, depending on the map. But essentially you have these 3 lanes, and you have the objectives on either side of the map, connected by those 3 lanes, and you have to tactically play around with those lanes to win the game. Teams are calling for a 5-minute break, and actually I would agree with them. I think my my mouth needs a bit of a break from that. It's quite dry. I need some water. But yeah, as I said, that kind of core map layout is something that I'm very fond of, because I'm a strategy player at heart. I started my kind of gaming career on RTS games like Command & Conquer, StarCraft, so I like the whole strategy element, and games like Dota 2, League of Legends work on the 3 lane principle. You know, you have the mid, the top, the bot, or hard lane, etc. So you have that kind of similar principle there, and that allows for a very interesting tactical basis that you can use for your strategies. And I really like that. I'm a tactical player at heart, so that really interests me. And that's why I like these maps, because the other maps, they're not so 3-lane based. I think Cache is probably the other one that's 3-lane based. The rest are kind of odd. Overpass has a bit of a vertical element to it. Vertigo has a vertical element to it. So they're not so enjoyable for me to play. I actually get lost on Vertigo when I play it. Sometimes I'm walking through the corridors and I'm like, where the hell am I? Where is this? Where am I going? Why is this here? What room is this? That is pretty much my Vertigo experience. Now, customarily, I would leave you with some sort of music to listen to at the moment, just while you wait for the 5-minute break, but I am streaming on YouTube as per Metanoia's request, so I know that YouTube is very harsh with their music policies, their copyright policies, so I can't play you any music, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send you to a be right back screen for 3 minutes while I go drink some water, and then I'll be back, and we can get into map 2 of game 2 in this Metanoia Charity Cup, which is Mirage, and I'm quite keen to see who takes it. We saw great stuff from both teams here, so really good stuff. See you guys in 3 minutes. Okay. Alright, I'm back after a little bit of water drinking and wetting my mouth so that I'm not super dry and feeling like a desert. It looks like these guys do not know where to find the stream. I don't know if I can actually talk to them. I'm not sure if they can even see my... if they can see my comments, since I am a spectator. So that is a bit of a rip in peace. Usually I do stream on my Twitch channel, as I said, twitch.tv/PatchworkFennec. That's usually where all the action happens, but as per Metanoia request, we are doing this on YouTube. And let's have a look here, just making sure everything's in the right order. We're about to start, let's get the scene going. And cool, we start the knife round to decide who starts where. And knife round is actually a bit more strategic than you would think. It's a lot more thought having to go into this. You kind of want to put your... Nice stuff from the terrorists. REACCE winning the knife round, which means they get to decide where they want to start, and they pick CT, and I think that is a very strong start to Mirage. Mirage is a CT-sided map, if you are inclined to believe me. Some people will argue that it is a T-sided map, and I would disagree with you. I'm firmly of the belief that the CTs are a little bit stronger on this map, just because of the fact they can hold it quite nicely. They have the advantage of being on site, holding the angles, and the terrorists have to be aggressive. Of course, at different levels of play it becomes different because certain strategies come into play and whatnot, but I think at this kind of a level CTs have a little bit of an advantage. But if the terrorists play together and they do some good executing, they can certainly win it. But Red, though, just going to get a nice quick tap onto Putrid to start things out, and another one onto Logic. He's just causing some serious havoc here from CT. They know he's here, but they don't want to peek through the smoke because they know that Red is going to tap them. As I said, these USPS are very, very strong, especially against these T water pistols. He definitely spots him out there, has to have seen him. But actually, it's going to lose that. Does get traded out by Lion, so that's a beautiful bit of teamwork there. 2v2. Terrorists in a quite happy position here, just sitting around doing nothing, as you do when the bomb is planted. Actually, though, trying to survive as long as possible. This bomb is ticking away, though, and is a kit, actually. So if he wins this fight, he might be able to do this. 4 seconds, nope, the bomb's going to go off. And that's going to be round 1 in favor of Ladon.Academy. Honestly, that was definitely winnable for the CTs. I think they should have won those pistol fights a little bit quicker. That guy in Sandwich should have died a lot quicker than he did. And, yeah. It's unfortunate that that's how that goes. But now we see a big buy here from the terrorists. They're quite happy to get their utility, grab their MAC-10s, and just go in as quickly as possible. Some grenade damage down onto Faris. Takes some fight on site. Spybotica takes down Red. Once again, a player that you do not want to see go down early if you are REACCE. These MAC-10s just easily chomping down on these CTs here. Bash to Crash getting wrecked, and El Capitan, though, grabs this MAC-10. This could be an entry. If he gets one, he might be able to pull something, maybe 1 or 2 kills here. There goes 1. He is very good with these SMGs, but he's out of... Ooh, beautiful headshot! Couldn't land the headshot again, but he took down a couple of them with him, so... At the end of the day, actually not so bad. Ladon.Academy in a very good financial position, though. so they're easily going to be able to buy into this round. But yeah, you definitely don't want to see your teammates going down so quickly, especially in a 1v4, I think it was, for El Capitan. Anyway, we're going to see pistols here for the CTs. And as I always say, they're going to have to take some decisive fights. And they kind of do, doing a little bit of trades back and forth. But footsteps heard mid, but I think this is going to be, yeah, Hash to Crash goes down instantly. Now, terrorists putting their feelers out, but nobody's on the B site, so they could pretty easily take this. A bit of spam through the wall, doesn't connect. Does now, though. And they know that there has to be at least one more here. And there he goes. B's taking down one. And they actually open up the A side for themselves. They decide not even to bother with the probe towards B. Just go on to A, take down anyone they find in their path, and leave poor old Red once again in a 1v4. The amount of times this guy, I think, has been in a 1v4, 1v3, 1v2 situation has been quite often in this match. We saw it last map, and we're seeing it again. The playing for exits once again. Here's the footsteps, but he's not getting curious at all. Just kind of sitting here. Let's see if he gets this one dig. Nope. Now they know exactly where he is. He has to get this, and he doesn't. So that's going to be a pretty decisive victory for Ladon.Academy once again. And Ladon.Academy just been showing up really lately. They did really well in the first half of the previous map, and looking to do so again here. They are building themselves up some good momentum. Double AWP setup for REACCE though, and interesting to note that in the previous map, REACCE won the first 3 rounds and then proceeded to lose pretty much every round after that. Let's see if it's the same thing here for Ladon.Academy. They won the first 3. Let's see if they lose the 4th. Very nice execute. I like this onto the A site. I'm a big fan of executes onto A site Mirage, just because I can do it. So anyone else who I can see do it, I just love to watch it. Putrid going to take down Faris. And Spybotic are going to get taken down with a nice flash there to help them do so. Lots of utility going back and forth though, and that's exactly what I want to see in terms of A site. Beautiful stuff from the CTs there. Beautiful shooting from Red as usual. And yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can call it Caster's Curse or what, but that is exactly as I predicted. REACCE take the 4th round, and they put themselves in a very nice position. 2 AWPs, lots of guns, an AK, and Ladon.Academy taking a nice decisive save here. They could have actually bought into this round if they wanted to. Plenty of money on Putrid and Murphy, but they decided not to. They just take a save and rush mid. And I think as rushes goes, it's not such a bad one, but they have to play a bit smarter than that. Spybotic are going down in connector immediately. And I think if you're playing Deagle save round in mid, you're going to have to want to... Yeah, you're going to want to take a bit more decisive trades, especially with these Deagles. You want a bit more long-range fights and try and trade. Especially if you can catch someone out with a rifle. You can upgrade for free. But they kind of get stopped in their tracks here. Not too sure what to do. Spybotic are going down in the connector, kind of just put them all on hold. See a bit of Deagle flinging here from Salty Beast as they probably have a bit of discourse between themselves as to exactly what to do. This kind of a setup I would have expected earlier on in the round, you know, just playing passively, holding, waiting for someone to peek. But the CTs know they don't have to do anything. They do not have to peek here at all. They can play completely passively. They can wait for the terrorists to mess up. It is really a CT game at this point. And this is why I say CTs have a little bit of an advantage. If the Ts do nothing, the CTs win instantly. They just have to sit on site and do nothing. In this map, you have to be decisive with your T-sided plays. And yeah, we haven't seen much decisiveness from Ladon Esports in this round. Putrid though, nice headshot. That's pretty much the kind of shots you want to be hitting to get yourself back into this. Takes another one. 1v2, that's not a situation you want to find yourself in. The bomb is going to go down as well. Red is going to check the wrong corner. They are going to take down Putrid though and get themselves in a win situation. But shit, you do not want to see those amount of kills going down. CT should have definitely won that more strongly. Shouldn't have let 3 players go down, but those 1-digs were definitely on point. And that's the kind of shooting that Ladon.Academy is going to need to get themselves some more wins. It is 2-3 in favor of Ladon.Academy, but the favor in terms of momentum is still in REACCE's favor. Let's see if they can keep this momentum going. Lava Bomb Murphy goes down immediately to some El Capitan aggression. And actually the CTs have full control of this apps area, and Logic, hearing the footsteps, are going to be very cautious pushing this up. Very, very cautious. But the CTs once again took some fights, some initial early fights, and they've just fallen back to site. And I mean, that's kind of what you want to do in this map. If you're CTs, you take some early aggression that the terrorists won't expect, get 1 or 2 picks, and then just fall back to site. Wait for the terrorists to do something, and pretty much win. Just press the win button at that point. A little bit of a fake execute coming onto A, and that might draw some CTs away as the terrorists decide to go towards B here. Bash to Crash going to get taken down by Logic. That's going to be free B site. A bit of a fail flash from Salty Beast, but it isn't going to matter because nobody is here to contest the plant. Logic goes in there, takes the pre-fire angle, but it doesn't catch anyone out. They do know somebody is here, but information a little bit soggy. Is going to get taken down, but another Kobe? No. But the Flames do the Kobeing anyway. Putrid going to be the last terrorist alive, but they didn't really need anyone else alive there, because even if Putrid had died, the Molotov would have still killed the last CT, and the bomb would have still not been defused. So, pretty good stuff from Ladon, even though a bit of a shaky start. They've now got themselves in a pretty good position. Full AKs, 1 AWP, and the CTs find themselves with Deagles and an MP9. CTs, though, they do know how to use this. Just play the long angles, maybe get some picks. That's maybe a little bit unexpected. The bomb is here towards A site. Only 1 terrorist towards B, maybe to catch a couple of cheeky rotators. And it looks like there is going to be a cheeky rotator. Let's see if they meet. For now, though, Faris is just holding this position and definitely heard that grenade. You have to have heard that. So he's getting aggressive now. Getting himself into a nice nestled corner here. Surely he would have spotted out 1. Definitely heard the scope. Now he's going to get his time. He's only going to get 1, though. 3v3, and I mean, this is a pretty good position for the CTs, you know. They got a lot more than they should have gotten. So the 3v3 still winnable for the CTs. They know the position of 1. That's going to be Molotoved. Just has to get the bomb down now. 45 seconds, plenty of time. Here comes the bomb. Definitely going to spot out El Capitan, but that's a 1-dig from Red. Red's shooting just so on point right now, but the bomb is down, and the CTs, they need to get aggressive here. They need to get something. That's not going to be something there. Oh, another 1-dig from Red. That's incredible. That's incredible shooting right there. So unfortunate that it didn't convert. And Ladon.Academy going to be taking another one, but damn. Some beautiful shooting from Red. I mean, that is so unfortunate. He really deserved to get a little bit more there with those 1-digs, but once again, it is what it is. REACCE going to have to save 1 more. They are going to go for the same setup, though. Plenty of Deagles, 1 MP9, and honestly, I would agree with that. I would 100% agree with that. They got a lot more than they bargained for last round, so they can probably do it again. Terrorists coming up. Actually, taking way too many casualties there. Another 1 tap from El Capitan. That's an R2v2. I mean, this is far, far more than REACCE should be getting. The bomb is going towards B. But, I mean, if you save and you buy 1 pistol for $700 and you manage to take out 3 of the enemy team and you get yourself a free upgrade to an AK and the chance maybe to clutch the round or take down another, I mean, that is far more than they should have been getting. Ladon looking a little bit weaker on this map. Even so, they are in a strong position. Still 3 rounds over REACCE. Score is 2-5. Oh, beautiful one tap from El Capitan. He saw that one coming from a mile away. Now it's a 1v1, and this is far more winnable than it should have been. El Capitan's so aware that there could be someone in apps here. Doing a fake, just to see where the last player is. Molotov comes out, and that's going to be pretty much round over. There's no ways that he wins this up, but he could deny a gun. But as I say, that logic wins the final battle. But once again, that is way, way, way too much. With a couple of pistols, REACCE were able to take down 4 members of Ladon.Academy. And that's going to mean that they can buy up here, double up setup, a P90 for some cheeky, quick plays, and maybe an AUG to hold some angles here. Honestly, I'm expecting REACCE to win this one, and I'll be so sad if they don't, because they have been playing so well. Beautiful Molotov. That's going to stop the T's from getting any ground here. Oh, El Capitan's crosshair just in the right place. That's going to be bombed down, and just as I expected, this is most likely going to be a win for REACCE. Beast in a 1v4, and pretty much nothing he can do really. He's going to have to get that bomb. 1 minute on the clock in a couple of seconds. He has to get some picks. Definitely has to get some picks. 1 taps are essential here, and it's not going to happen. Ferris taking him down, and yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to see from REACCE in terms of taking this control back of this map. Definitely some beautiful pistol play we saw from them. It's a pity they didn't win those last 2 pistol rounds. They could have definitely done so. But now they've gotten themselves some good momentum. Ladon AC going to be on a save round. Going to grab themselves pistols and going to rush mid again. And I think if you are REACCE, you're gonna snuff this one out. You know what they're going to do now. You saw it in the previous save round. I say that though, but Spy Bartica, he's just going to say, nope, I'm going to get the 1 dig too. If you can do it, I can do it too. And I'll take the free AWP. It's fine. And once again, these are just some crazy save rounds. These should not be happening whatsoever. But it seems that, I don't know what it is about pistols or save rounds, but teams get a little bit more decisive, a little bit more bold, a little bit more brave. And they start doing some crazy things, but REACCE quick to just shut that down. They say, alright, you're going to try and take this out of control, and we're just going to stop you. No thanks. And that's exactly what they needed, because if Ladon AC had run away with that one, that could have been devastating. That could have been just another 4 rounds in the pocket of Ladon.Academy, and you don't want to give them that kind of leeway to play with, especially on the map that you need to win if you want to stay in this and take it to map 3. Ladon.Academy did win map 1, so REACCE need to win this if they want to stay in this game and take it to map 3. So everything is on the line right now for them. Oof, Spy Bartica almost actually does catch him with the pants down a little bit. Is going to be the trade eventually, but something definitely shouldn't have happened. One thing you need to make sure is that these pistols don't run rampant. You cannot let these pistols go crazy. And they don't. CT's keeping the damage control down to a minimum, losing only 1 player. So I'd say pretty good round for REACCE, and they are picking up the momentum quite nicely. 5-6, still in favor of Ladon.Academy, but as I said, REACCE have got the momentum now, and maybe have a little bit more comfortable posture now. They know what Ladon AC is kind of doing, and they can prepare themselves a little bit more for it. Ladon positioned up here towards A, kind of everyone here, and probably looking to execute on here. Let's see if we can see some nice execute POVs. I want to see the execute POVs. Come on, show me the nades, boys. Show me the nades. Actually, it looks like they're deciding against it. They were all in a pretty normal spot for smoke purposes, but it looks like they're actually going to decide to go through T spawn. But this is a bit of a risky play because now the CTs could have pushed up anywhere. They could have control of any of these avenues here. So they're going to have to check their corners, do their due diligence, and get a successful execute here. And they are checking their corners, so good stuff so far. The nade comes in though, but doesn't actually connect. That's horrible. That's actually sad. Those grenades should have done a lot more. Spybotica gets a beautiful opening frag onto Lion. Terrorists just swarming B site. Oh, they just get absolutely run over. Terrorists, very decisive moves here. REACCE not expecting the B, or maybe just getting caught off guard. But everything is up to Red and Bash to Crash. Bash to Crash takes 1, but he's on 4 HP. It's going to be the instant trade. Now it's up to Red. And even though I think Red's aim is incredible, I don't think he's going to win this one. And it isn't to be. Logic takes him down and shuts down that momentum that REACCE were building up. And that's quite unfortunate, if you ask me. Especially considering that, in my opinion, the CT side is a bit more strong. You can do a lot more with it. I think maybe REACCE should have taken a little bit more control once they sniffed out that Ladon wasn't really doing anything. But it is what it is. Now the CTs. Actually, they're just rushing mid and they're just going nuts. They're just doing whatever they want. Just grenades and shots and spam. Putrid gets taken down. It's a 2v2, and I mean, as save rounds go, that's not the worst. But the CT's very, very low on health here. Oh, doesn't manage to take down Loverboy. Once again, Red in the clutch. It seems this guy is just always in a clutch situation. Clutch this, clutch that, 1v1, 1v2, 1v3, 1v4. But he's going to have to pull out some Zipnix level plays here if he wants to stay in it. Bomb goes down on B. And yeah, with 2 HP I just don't see it happening. And I think the correct call here is just to save the AK. You cannot win a clutch on 2 HP unless you are, you know, Zipnix. So since none of us are Zipnix, saving the guns is probably a bit of a better call, and that is the call. So REACCE are going to have an AK to play with next round. Not the worst gun in the world to play with. Actually, Murphy's going to get taken down. Gets clipped by the bomb, and that's going to mean they lose an extra gun. So a little bit of damage to Ladon.Academy's economy. Not too much, but it is there. It is noticeable, and considering what Ladon.Academy usually do, I think if they lose this round, they are definitely going to have to save. And they will. I don't recall Ladon actually force buying in a situation like this if they lose this round, so I don't expect them to do anything like that. Faris, though, not going to get the picky once. Yeah, they're just going to push out the smoke. They're just going to instantly aggress. And that is the perfect call right now. Beautiful stuff. REACCE getting absolutely no ground. Ladon not giving them a chance at all. Gonna catch out Lion as well. Actually, Lion gonna take out one. Eventually gets traded out, but yeah, I think they didn't do enough with the little force buy they had going there. The scout, the AK, definitely did not do enough with it. Ladon not giving them the ground. As I said, though, it's not over and done with. The score is 5-9. If REACCE can get this one, it'll be 6-9, and that is not a bad half round to start off on. This is the last round of the first half, but Ladon just going to open it up with a beautiful Q onto El Capitan. They're ready to finish this half and move on. Double up set up for the CTs here. Spam going to do a little bit of damage onto Faris. REACCE, though, can't get the no-scope, and that's actually going to be devastating. Honestly, I don't think you should have peeked that with an AWP. That's not the prime angle to peek from. And once again, red 1v5. Clutch master or not. And yeah, I mean, I definitely think that some unnecessary fights were taken, but red has to go for this. There's no saving. There's no tactical anything. He has to go for this. He is going to die. He's going to lose. It's going to be 10-5, but he has to go for this. There's no other choice. He can't play for exit frags. He can't do anything. This is the last round of the half. He has to just go for it. And he is. And there it is. One tap from Putrid, and that's GH. Good half. Or perhaps not so good if you are REACCE. Definitely going to be beating yourself up about some of those plays, some of those decisions. Ultimately, though, we're going to be moving on to the second half. And I think if I was REACCE right now, I would try to do some sort of setup, see how it goes, feel the next 3 rounds out, and then call a timeout to do some tactical analysis of what Ladon.CSGO.Academy is doing here. For now, though, bomb towards B, or Capitan towards apps, just to get a little bit of feelers out there to see where these CTs are posted. Gonna back off, though. Oh. Lion did spot him out there, but just doesn't take the shot. Putrid winning that fight. USP is absolutely deadly. And now the terrorists with their water pistols have to decide on something. Some beautiful jumping here from Putrid, actually. This is a very, very pro-level jump here. A lot of people jump peek this wrong. And what you see now from Putrid, that short jump peeking, that is exactly the correct way to jump peek this. If you jump too high, you can actually get picked off, but if you jump just low enough, they won't be able to shoot your head, but you will get the information that you need. So there it is. There's the information. Putrid knows they're coming. Out comes the flash. Does fall back, but he's going to get caught out. One by broken wall here. Can he get the tap? The USP not doing the damage that it needs to do, but eventually it's going to come through. El Capitan in red. Just red, actually, in the 1v3 once again. As usual, it would seem. And, yeah, honestly, this... Ooh, that is one hell of a shot from red. His aim has just been absolutely impeccable. And I think... Ooh, another one. He knows exactly where this last guy is. Gonna do the fake. And he wins it! He does the fake, he wins the shots, red just doing all of the work. Clutch master for his team, the WPs come out from Ladon, absolute domination from red. His aim is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. If I could have this man's aim for a day. Oh man. Good stuff from red and from REACCE, managing to just keep that round and put it in the bag, 6-10. And the CTs, they are saving this one, and that is going to give a little bit of advantage to the terrorists here. REACCE have got themselves SMGs, but they are being way too passive in my opinion. But maybe this is some kind of pro strat that I don't know about. But usually when you have SMGs, you want to be a bit more aggressive. You can kind of just jump into the enemy's faces and just kind of shoot it off. But playing this one a bit more slowly, a bit more tactical. They do have 1 minute and 15 seconds to play with, so definitely not something they don't. Actually, a whole bunch of CTs are rotating towards B, and they're off A. A is completely open, but do REACCE know? They don't. They don't put their feelers out at all. And because of that, 2 CTs are going to come back towards the site. Sorry, there was 1 CT on A, but yeah, Ladon Esports rotating very quickly back and forth, and they're going to be leaving B open somewhat. Capitan gets taken down by Bartik Kerr, but they are doing a very decisive B take now. 32 seconds on the clock. Bomb is going to go down. We have Lion with his dualies. Let's see if you can do anything with them. This is kind of a hit or miss kind of a weapon right now. You don't really know what you're going to get. You could get 2 kills, 1 million kills, or just nothing. most of the time it's nothing. And actually, his friends are there to back him up, and he's not going to die instantly. CT's just getting mowed down by the SMGs, but I mean, that's kind of expected. They did play a bit more slowly, but it worked out in the end. And yeah, another round goes for REACCE, and I'm liking this. If they can keep this momentum going, they can definitely take back this map, and they have to. If they want to stay in this match, then they have to take this map and take it to a map 3, because Ladon.Academy did take map 1, which was Overpass, for anyone who was wondering. But it was a very, very close match. REACCE did show up eventually, but they have a ways to go now to bring it back. Now there's a bit of a lineup here, but Red gonna go down, and I mean, that's not the guy you want to see go down right now. That is the clutch meister for this team. That is the guy that you want last alive on your team, and instead he's the first to go down. And yeah, now the rest of the team is gonna have to step it up if they want to break into this site. Looks like they are deciding on an A. And let's see some execute POVs. Yes, execute POVs. Nope, no execute POVs. Unfortunate. I like execute POVs. Terrorists going to take control, but there is a gap in that smoke, and that's going to mean that line is going to go down. I think whoever executed that smoke, I should have a word with them, because I know how to execute that smoke, and that's not how you do that. That was a huge gap, and that allowed too many kills to come in. Though they do have control, but some spam from CT could take down El Capitan. He knows it. No spam comes through though. 2v3 for Ladon.Academy with these deagles. 18 HP for Loverboy. And they're going to have to do something crazy here. Going to have to get some 1-deags. We've seen they can do it, but damage comes through, and actually going to take down 1. Take down 2, mind you. But Faras not going to let it happen. Does eventually win the fight. A bit too close for comfort though. I think a bit of a sweat drop was coming out from his teammates right there. If he lost that, that would have just been devastating for the economy of REACCE. But instead, we have them on a nice buy. We see the AWP. Ladon also on a buy. So now we see full buy versus full buy. Let's see what they can do here. I'm curious to see how both of these teams respond to one another's economies being nice and full like this. How do you go up against a fully stacked Ladon.Academy, and how do you go up against a fully stacked REACCE? Some shots down mid. Take a bit of damage. El Capitan, 56 HP. Meanwhile, Spybotica, 48 HP. Bomb is here in T-spawn. A little bit of feelers put out by Bash to Crash. Hearing the footsteps in snipers, he knows one is there. But what's the play? They know each other is definitely there. Bash to Crash just going to back off there. And here comes the execute onto A. It's a pity I'm missing all the execute POVs. Feels bad, man. Oof. Faras almost gets caught out there, but actually takes one down with him. Terrorists now have full control, and actually this is how you smoke that smoke. That smoke that had the gap in it earlier, that's the wrong smoke. This smoke here, that's the right smoke. Salty Beast almost get the headshot, but El Capitan takes one down. Spybotica trades one out. 2v3. Favor is in the terrorists because they can just hold the site, but they're going to have to get at least one pick here and even things out. And that's not going to happen, actually. Red's going to go down instantly. That is a bit of a free round, actually. I don't think the terrorists should have been picked off there in mid. A couple of terrorists going down that should not have gone down, and the terrorists know at REACCE calling in their timeout to do a bit of a team chat and to speak about what they want to do next. They can buy into this, and actually Faras already got the AK. Now they have to decide. Do they buy? Do they save? Do they half buy? What do they do? Their economy, they can buy, even though it'll be a half buy for some. It'll be a very strained buy, but they can do it if they want to. But they know that if they do, they have to win. If they force now, they have to win the round. Because if they don't, they're going to win. They're going to lose. Sorry, the next 2 or 3 rounds at minimum. And that's not the kind of rounds you want to give away, since Ladon.Academy is at 11 rounds. If you give them 3 or 4 more, you're going to have to work so hard to get it back. I think the call is to buy. I think you should buy here. Or save one and then buy next. It's the risk that you're going to have to take. I'm sure that's what they're talking about right now. Do you buy? Do you save one? If I was the in-game leader, I'd probably call to buy right now, but I mean, I'm not the best in-game leader, so take my advice with a pinch of salt. And they actually decide to get a couple of deagles in here and try their luck with that. And I mean, we have seen them be lucky with it, or perhaps not lucky, but successful somewhat with the deagles. Actually, no, the round is reset. Faris does not have the AK, and I think actually the call here is save. Soft save, maybe. Buy a couple of pistols and see if you can get the headshots. We've seen them do it in the past. We've seen both REACCE and Ladon.CSGO.Academy pull off some crazy shots with the Eagles. So it's not out of the realm of possibility. And we have seen REACCE in the past take some crazy rounds with pistols, rounds that they should not have been taking. So it's definitely in the realm of possibility for them to win a soft buy. So I think it's not such a bad call. Buy a couple of pistols, see what you can get with them. But otherwise, not much else going on there. Match is still paused. But I think I think they are very, very carefully picking their economy apart. You can see Faris with the deagle, REACCE line with the deagle, and I think they are planning on whether they should buy more deagles, other guns, or just keep the water pistols. Planning exactly how they want to spend their money, and I think that's incredibly important right now. They decide to get 2 flashes and a smoke on Faris, and I actually like that. I think that's a good call. I think if you're going to be saving around like this, you want as many advantages as possible without giving away too much money, and I think that's the way you do it. Grab yourself a deagle, grab yourself some kits, some armor, and a couple of utilities. And that's definitely a good call. If you can get the advantage with some utility, get maybe a couple of one-taps or some crossfires, then it's definitely worth it. But they have to make it work. They have to get those advantages with the utility. Otherwise, it's going to be wasted money. Another deagle comes out for red. I think that's also a pretty good choice as well. We've seen red's aim. I agree with it. I like it. Some more utility coming out for El Capitan. Another good call, I think. If you squeeze out as much utility or as much advantages as possible with as little money as possible, definitely a good call. Actually, another Molotov comes out for El Capitan and for Faros. So they are really, really doing their absolute best to squeeze as much advantage as they can out of this round. They've decided to push B, all of them. I think that's a pretty decent decision, but they're going to have to get some sort of entry pick here. So the first smoke comes out. El Capitan lining it up. Oof. You do not want to see that at all if you're REACCE. That's the kind of nade damage that you don't want. That's going to make everything a little bit more harder. That much more harder for REACCE to get back into this. But they're just going to have to do it. They are waiting though. They're waiting to maximize as much as possible. 1 minute on the clock and they run. Line going to go down, red going to go down, everyone going to go down. They're just going to absolutely destroy the terrorists, getting absolutely nothing for their efforts, absolutely nothing for their investment, nothing coming out, no kills. And I mean, that's just, you just hate to see it. You really do. That is not the kind of round you want to be losing, especially with that kind of tactical investment. They put so much thought into that and it just came up with nothing. They are going to be able to buy here though, so this is the round that they need to win. Didn't win the previous one, they're going to have to win this one. There is no choice. If they lose this one, it is pretty much GG. Mid control taken by Salty Beast. He doesn't spot anyone out. Barbotica actually going to push through the smoke pretty aggressively. There's a bit of a gap there if he wants to look. Does he take this peek? He does, actually. That's a bit of a cheeky one there, but the spam does come through. Terrorists are where there could be somebody in there. Still though, Spybotica could get some cheeky picks from here if he plays this right. Ooh, and he does play it right indeed. He takes down El Capitan as he boosts up into mid. They know he's there, but he just has to sit here. He doesn't have to do anything. Logic actually doesn't connect with the grenade, but it doesn't matter because REACCE is getting picked off one by one, slowly but surely, being worn down by Ladon.Academy. Ladon.Academy is very low, but very low does not equal dead. And right now, you want as many of these CTs to be down as possible. Looks like they are rotating back towards A. Not sure why this call came in, but there are 3 CTs stacked towards A. And I say that because I don't see any sort of indication that there would be more players on B than A. This must be just a kind of risk play. Nobody checks this corner actually, but he's going to win the peak still. Going to catch them by surprise. He's just going to plant the bomb with 10 seconds on the clock. This could be the round that REACCE needs. They have to play this one so smart. 2v2. Salty Beast is tagged down low, so they do have a bit of a health advantage. Molly comes in. He's going to sit in it, but actually, beautiful stuff. Brilliant patience play by the CTs. They don't take any fights that they don't need to. And that's going to be round 13 for Ladon.Academy. And I mean, I'd never really say that I'm one to critique, but as I said, I don't really see the reason that they went A. Maybe they just thought that it was free, that they would have rotated more towards B because Ladon knows that REACCE likes B, but they do win the initial fights, but Ladon just plays it so slow, so smart, using the utility, using the callouts, and they win it in the event. Oh, and the spray down from Putrid going to take down one. And if there ever was a time to be spraying through the smoke, that is it. REACCE have a bit of guns here. It gets donated to Bash to Crash. I'm not sure why. I would have given it to maybe somebody else, but actually now that I'm looking at it, I see red 5 HP. That's definitely why he does not have the gun. He says, I'm 5 HP, I'm probably going to go down with 1 hit. Rather take the gun from me, I'll use this deagle, I can aim. Terrorists, though, they're not moving. They want to sit here, not ready to give this away, not ready to give any free rounds. Moving at the absolute last moment for this bomb. Red going to go down eventually, but at the end of the day, terrorists will take it. Oof. Actually, Bash to Crash almost goes down, but this is a good round for REACCE. They needed to win that very, very desperately, and they managed to save 2 guns as well, which is absolutely optimal in that situation. They are able to buy an AWP on red, and I'm actually keen to see what he does with this. I like to use the AWP myself, so I'm always interested to see people who are better than me use it, see what they like to do with it. Maybe learn a bit. For now, though, we see a pretty normal standard setup here. Utility coming in, nice execute there. Finally, we get some beautiful execute POVs. But we also get some counter utility from the CTs, and that's going to be devastating, actually. Bash to Crash finally gets the trade on Murphy, but the counter utility is absolutely brilliant. It's on point, and I mean, if you are the CTs on this map, the equalizing factor here that kind of gives you the strength to take down the T's on this particular site is counter utility, and Ladon have their counter utility down. A lot of other teams don't really react in the same way. Actually, Putrid checks the corner, double takes, and wins it eventually. Bash to Crash takes down, and Spybotica gets the last onto red, and that's just devastating. The counter utility so on point for Ladon AC, and that's pretty much, I think, what got them the round, because
A lot of teams will react badly when they see the terrorist execute, that CTs will kind of just fall back and not be too sure what to do. But in this case, Ladon.AC, they know exactly what to do. They just counter utility, no problem. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. El Capitan gets taken down immediately with a brilliant pick from Logic. Now it's a 4v5, and we've pretty much just started the round. All AKs on the side of REACCE, and right now everything is looking pretty dire straits for REACCE. They're going to be needing to win some very, very decisive fights. They're going to be needing to win some clutches here. They're going to be needing to multi-frag if they want to get their way back into this one, and Lion just goes down. That's not what you need. That is not a multi-frag, that's not even a trade. That is just a free kill and another round for Ladon.AC. I mean, look at that utility, look at that peeking. Everything so nicely in sync. You can see Ladon practiced, decisive. They know what they're doing, they stay calm. And they're winning these battles, they're winning these aim battles as well. Everything just seems to be a lot more on point, and I think this is going to be map 2 in favor of Ladon. I think that they win this one. I don't think there's a way that REACCE wins this unless REACCE can get El Capitan or Red to really step it up in this round and just pull some crazy stuff to get it to overtime, because Ladon.AC, they've been working hard for this one. You can see it in the way they play, the way they use their utility, and they win the peaks. They definitely deserve to be where they are right now. And actually, 2 quick kills, 3 quick kills coming down, and this is definitely round over. Red 1v5, and yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the game. I think that's GG, and I think he knows it. He's going to have to get 5 1-digs here if he wants to win this. 5 1-digs, 7 bullets. 1 minute on the clock. And they're going hunting. They want to end this now. 1, 2, and he can't get it. That's it. 16-9 in favor of Ladon.Academy, and they take map 2 and the match. GG Ladon.Academy, and GG well played to both of these teams here today. We saw some great Counter-Strike, but ultimately Ladon.Academy proving to be superior on both of the maps played today. Beautiful utility, beautiful aiming, and just great stuff from them. Definitely have to give a shout out to Red though. Definitely had some beautiful aiming that I have to give credit to. That is not aiming that you see every day, and it's quite a shame that they had to go down this way. But it is what it is. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me on match 2 of the Metanoia Charity Cup. Tune in tomorrow and the next day for the next 2 matches, which I'm sure will be just as interesting and entertaining. And hopefully I'll see you then. And that's it from me, Patchy. You can check me out on Twitter at PatchworkFennec, or on Twitch at twitch.tv/PatchworkFennec. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and I hope to see you later. Enjoy your evening.